Hi everybody, this is Dan from Theta Trend. Today is Monday, December 9th, 2013. It's about 5:30 p.m., so a couple hours here after the market closed. I'm in Mountain Time. And what I'd like to do today, first, is welcome everybody who's new, and thanks for watching. I'm glad you're interested. And I want to talk tonight about the Theta Breakout system I've been discussing on the blog and just kind of walk through it. Sometimes it's easier if you can see an example than it is to read the writing. But let's just dig right into it. And actually, I don't want to start by drawing an oval. But what we're looking at here, this dotted line, this is a Donchian channel. And so the way that a Donchian channel works is it just plots the 50-day price high and the 50-day price low in the case of a 50-day channel. And that's what I'm using, and that's what I'm talking about. So when you see this line, we're looking at the 50-day price high, and when you look at this line, we're looking at the 50-day price low. And the way that the system works is we're looking at new breakouts. So in this case, you can see price was coming right up to the upper channel, and it didn't quite hit it there, but the next day we got this gap higher. So this gap higher is a new 50-day high. And that indicates to me that I want to be getting long this market, or I want to be buying the market, because it suggests that it's possible that a new uptrend is developing. In this case, it was wrong. Obviously, price reversed and it came back down, but that's the purpose of the channel. The channel is intended to act as a trade filter. And then this dotted line here, you can see the green and then you can see the pink. This is the average true range trailing stop that I mentioned. So what this does is it looks at the current price, like up here, say, and it takes the, I guess I don't have average true range down there. It takes 3.5 times the daily average true range, and it drops a level down below. And as price moves up, that sometimes gets pulled up, but it never gets pushed back down. And so as the market advances in a trend, you can see here the trailing stop moves along with it, and it's kind of like a ratcheting mechanism, if you will. And it moves down with the market until finally price violates it, and it suggests that possibly a new trend is forming. And this is kind of the same thing as like what happened back up here. We got a new 50-day breakout that failed. But basically the way that this works is here, when price made a new 50-day low, I would have been looking to sell either call spreads or naked calls above the market, somewhere up in here, basically somewhere up above the current market price. So out of the money call spreads or out of the money naked calls. And as price moved down, we'd be rolling those positions forward across multiple months as we go through the different expiration cycles. And down here, price finally closed up above this short signaling average true range trailing stop. And that means it's time to get out of the short positions and just be flat in this particular system. So what I want to do now is just zoom in, and we're going to talk a little bit about a specific trade. So back here on November 21st, we got a new 50-day low, and you can kind of see how the channel came down, and it was starting to move up, and this price bar hit it, basically. So we got a new 50-day low, and from that we sort of had a little bounce higher, and we're moving back down towards it. Well, a couple days ago here on the 4th of December, I sold the 106-110 call spread in the TLT, and we'll hop over and look at that in just a minute. But that was based on this signal, essentially. And so we're just trying to be short, and this 105.5 level is basically our stop level. So let's go over and look at the Analyze tab in Thinkorswim. So what we're looking at now is the call spread that I sold. And again, it was the 106-110 Feb 14 call spread, and I sold this for 70 cents. And I mean, you can see that down here, basically the red tells you 70 cents. And it also means that my maximum risk in this position is $330. And we know that also because the width of the spread's $4 minus the 70-cent credit we received takes us to the max risk of $330. So in this particular position, I'm looking to collect 50 cents of that 70-cent credit. So I have a couple of lines on the chart. I'm hovering over a red dotted line right now, and this is 103.16. So 103.16 is where price closed today. And as you can see down here at 103.16, we have an open profit of about $4 today. This price is 102.85. 102.85 is where I actually got into the position. So let's just hop back over here. If you come back to this day, the 4th of December, 102.85 or so is when the spread was sold. I don't remember what happened, but there was some sort of intraday volatility, and price pushed up and the spread got filled. And then price fell back down, so it wasn't too... That's always sort of what you want to have happen, but frequently does not. And what's interesting to note is at this 102.85 level, there would be an open profit, all other things being equal, today of about 970. But that's not really where we are. I mean, we're up here, and what's interesting to note is that price has moved against us here, but there's actually a little bit of an open profit. And that's kind of the point of the system, I guess, is that even though price doesn't always go in our favor, you know, over time, we're still able to do well because we have this short option here at 106 decaying for us. Okay, now the third line I want to take a look at is this 105.5 level, or 105.55, and this represents the stop level. So as you can see here, at 105.55, we're looking at, if price was to make its way there today, we're looking at a loss of about $50 or so on the position. Now, if you remember, I was saying that I want to buy this back for 20 cents, and what I'm trying to take out of it is also 50 cents. So it's essentially a one-to-one risk-reward, and obviously that's ignoring commissions, but that's what I'm trying to get out of it. So that's the general idea behind the system. I hope that's helpful. If you have any questions, please shoot me an email to dan@thetatrend.com. I'd love to help you out. And thanks for watching. Have a great night.